Hi, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to our respected lecturers, Dr. Razia Abdul Razak and Dr. Azimiti Shahrudin. Speakers, guests, my fellow friends, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our webinar series entitled Art is a Form of Therapy. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to this webinar. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Surya Fahana and I will be the moderator for today's session. This webinar will be held for 1 hour and the speaker will sharing their knowledge and experience. We will have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar. For the Q&A session, all the viewers may ask in the chat box. To make sure that this webinar is running smoothly, we would like to remind all the guests to turn off your microphone. Thank you so much for joining us and being here at this morning. Before that, last week we have lost one of our lecturers, that is Dr. Azrul Ahmad. Now we would like to dedicate Surah Al-Fatihah to our late lecturer. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Ahmad to recite the Dua to lead Dr. Azrul Ahmad and therefore the event to run smoothly.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين اللهم لك الحمد ولك الشكر على كل ما قدرت وقضيت اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وسلم اللهم اغفر لدكتور أزرول وأبدله دارا خيرا من داره اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وعافينا واعف عنا وارزقنا رزقا حلالا طيبا كثيرا وفيرا مباركا فيه اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا بها جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا يا رب العالمين واجعل حياتنا سهلة ولا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا اللهم يسر أمرنا يا عظيم وقنا شر ما خلقت يا أرحم الراحمين وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وسلم آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Mr. Ahmad, for the lovely dua. And may the late Dr. Azrul will be placed among the faithful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we start our webinar, we would like to graciously invite our graduate seminar lecturer, Dr. Razi Abdul Razak, to deliver his welcoming remarks.
Thank you, Ms. Surya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. It is a pleasure to welcome you all to our third graduate seminar webinar series. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our speaker for this morning session, Zoe Wu. She will be sharing her knowledge and experience with us on art therapy. In this current situation with COVID-19, I believe this topic can benefit us in many ways. Okay, thank you again. Thank you so much for your time and support. We really appreciate it. I personally see this webinar session as a very important event because it demonstrates the ability, hard work, creativity of the students to organize such an event in this COVID-19 situation. For that, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate and express my gratitude again to the organizing committee for their commitments. You all have been very brilliant. Without further ado, I hope this webinar session will be a very fruitful discussion. Thank you again. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Dr. Razif. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Zoe Wu. She is an entrepreneur and the founder of ARTtherapy KL. For your information, Zoe is a full-time artist based in Kuala Lumpur, born with a passion for drawing, painting, and figures. She also studied fashion design at Raffles College of Higher Education in Kuala Lumpur. Some of Zoe's achievements are solo exhibition entitled Unspoken, group exhibition 61 Years of Malaysia, group exhibition Rebel, and she also the most promising artisanal designer of the year. Without further ado, let us welcome Zoe Wu. Hello and good morning, Zoe. Thank you so much for joining us today. Despite having a tight schedule, how are you?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm good. How about you?
I'm also good. I really hope you have an amazing day today. Okay, Zoe, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so right now, um, I am a full-time artist and I also handle full-time art therapy. Um, okay, so far as I would like to share my experience as a full-time artist. Okay, so the journey so far is actually interesting, I can say, interesting. And then I met a lot of interesting people along the way. Okay, but of course, at the start, it doesn't go really well. But uh, we just keep trying and trying. Yeah.
Okay. Can you are renowned by entrepreneur? Can you briefly explain behind the meaning of entrepreneur?
Okay. So what is entrepreneur? Art entrepreneur is actually the combined word of art and entrepreneur. So means that you are using your own skill art because art is like you need to know you need to know how to it's like an artist, you need to know how to paint, or you need to have a skill like in the art sector, like maybe sculpture or music or filming, that is considered art as well. So entrepreneur is like a combined word of arts and entrepreneur. Means that you are using this as you are using your own skill to build your career.
Okay, sounds so interesting. Okay, now shall we move on to the highlight of this webinar? First of all, what are the ups and downs moments that you have been through?
Okay, so when I first started, like when I first started art therapy, of course, like I mentioned just now, it's not like a smooth uh, pathway. So I started with no studio, and then I was using a share space, like like last time I used to do workshop at other people's space, like a cafe or a space that is for public. Okay, so of course it is not so convenient
I see.
when you are using other people's space, and also there are a lot of like misunderstanding between me and the space owner, and also there's a lot of last minute changes, like maybe there's not enough space for you, or you know, the because you can't control, you have no control of the space, so there's a lot of it costs a lot of inconvenience that time. Yeah. Then also because I really want to make this thing, this career work. So I used to work like day and night, and then I don't mind like traveling far to even like teach only one student, things like that. Yeah.
Alright, Mrs. Zoe, the next, as we all know, you have a background from fashion design, right? What drive you to switch from fashion design to a full-time artist?
All right. Yeah. I graduate as a fashion designer, and then I have been in the fashion design field for like maybe around 13 to 14 years. Okay, so what makes me change? Okay, I love doing both actually, but I love to paint since very young age. Okay, then I am really wanted to do like fine art or illustrations, but as a lot like family, they won't allow you to uh, go ahead with like fine art or illustrations because they think you cannot earn a living being an artist or being someone who draw, you know. So they asked me to do something more commercialized. So it's like a fashion designer. So I think, okay lah, I tried. But then after that, and and also because there's times that I was feeling a lot of stress and I use painting and drawing as my outlet to release stress. And then and also because painting helped me to heal my heart during my lowest point of the life. So I thought I could, you know, like inspire others as well to use painting as an outlet, you know. And also actually it brings sense of calm, and you can find your inner self through this process, I can say. And then you can release your emotions on the paper or canvas creatively. Okay. And actually I started teaching part-time in small groups, and then I can see it actually makes a difference. Like people who doesn't know how to express themselves or how to paint, and then with my guidance they actually can do something, or I actually can paint something on the canvas or on the paper. I feel very happy every time when I have a session with the students or that. That's why this is how I start my art journey.
All right, Mrs. Zoe. This question is, what is ARTtherapy exactly?
Okay, there is actually two forms of therapy for when you mention art therapy. Okay, as art therapy is also our brand. Okay, it's not so much like a therapist kind of way. So there's two forms of therapy. One is a clinical way, and another one is the holistic way. Okay, so the clinical way means that is a you use art as a medium to communicate. It's like the therapist with their patients. So this one is more on like a psychological way. So like when maybe you have some problem but you don't know how to talk about it, and then maybe you have to draw on the paper and express yourself, and then the therapist will let you know what is wrong with you or what is actually in your mind, things like that. That has to be done by a licensed therapist. All right. So the holistic approach is like what we are doing. It is much simpler. So our artist instructor will guide you through what you want to paint and transform your idea, a vision or your imagination into art piece. Okay, and in this process actually you will find that it you your mind will actually feel more peaceful and calm, and then in the end you will get a masterpiece to hang on your wall as well.
Okay, Mrs. Zoe. Who or what inspired you to create this art therapy?
Okay, so I think it's around like 4 or 5 years ago. I was in a high stress and a little of depression. That is the time when I actually pick up my pen and brush to start express my feeling or my feeling on the paper and canvas. All right, and then I think it's because of the pain that time that gives me strength to bounce back and reinvent myself, and also because I am a person that I don't like to give up easily, so I just keep pushing and pushing, and then that's how I create art therapy. I'm not sure who inspired me. It's just like, I this is something that I wanted to do.
Okay. Do you have any collaboration with other artists before?
Okay, yes. Actually, our classes here, sometimes we do have a collaboration with those independent artists that they likes to have their workshops in our studio. So previously, we have done some like watercolor painting with some artists, and also like brush lettering, or yeah, things like that lah. Like painting or the craft side is okay.
Okay. Um, how do you relate the connection between therapy and art? How do you integrate the therapy elements into your artwork?
Okay, how do you connect between therapy and art? Also, okay. So actually, we encourage our students to use their idea or their past experience or whatever is on their mind, okay, as the subject of the painting. So maybe it's a tragic event in your life that is something you can't change, but you can paint it on the canvas. Of course, it can be like in a form of abstracts, or can be colors. It doesn't mean that you have to paint the whole thing like a realistic painting or whatever. I mean, it's a way to express yourself, and also to give a positive experience and reminder to yourself that what had really happened, and then maybe this tragic event can actually make you stronger, or if you want to just relax your mind, because I understand that we are around KL area, so it's like a city, it's very hectic at work or whatever. You want to just relax your mind, you can actually come and paint for fun as well. We also have some references, and then to guide you how to release your stress using certain of painting template.
Okay. How do you sustain the art classes during this pandemic? How do you handle this situation?
Okay, so do you mean during the MCO period? So during the MCO period,
Yes.
actually, we do a lot of online classes and video tutorials. Okay, so during the MCO period, we cannot go out at all. So all we do is I think that's me lah. Okay, I stay at the studio and then plan out what kind of video tutorial and what kind of online classes that actually can that can share to everyone that we are doing, the online section, so that because that time I remember everyone was staying at home, and then some people might having stressful because you have to stay at home like 24/7. Then actually they can join our classes, and then to release their stress or emotions using the brush and papers. Yeah.
Okay, sounds so interesting. Okay. Next question is, how did you manage to integrate art therapy into your career? How did you build your career based on art therapy?
How do I build my career in art therapy? How do I build it? Okay, like I mentioned just now, I started really, really small, like a one-woman show. Okay, then I do any type of workshops or classes that I can think of. Okay, and which I capable to do. Of course, I started off with doing like a small workshop first, and then slowly, I I think maybe like I don't remember the time frame, so maybe 6 months or something like that. Then I can see this is what I really wanted to do, and I feel really happy doing it and enjoy doing it. And then I started to look for like a studio, and I built like from small, and then slowly I expand to because I have one studio previously, then I expand to the second studio and third. So now we have like 3 locations.
In your opinion, is it possible for art therapy to help and make a dent in lessening people's stress level during this pandemic?
Yep, definitely. I think art is a form of therapy, and also I think everyone should have to know how to release their stress or emotions or what's inside of them. They have to let it go. Okay, so actually art is a more healthier way to express yourself than you do something not so nice. This is something like we talk about like self-care and how to how um, to give your mental the well-being of your mental, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Uh, have you ever had any experience dealing with mental health issue before you created art therapy?
Okay, not to say mental health issue. I was having some downtime that caused me with some depression and anxiety, like I think 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, that's the time that I think art really helped me a lot to to build me up.
Okay. Did you create art therapy as a stepping stone in battling mental health issue related?
Yes, and also is a way to enjoy painting, which is something I love to do, and I think it can actually help people around me. Yeah.
What type of art that you incorporate in your classes?
Okay, what kind of art? Actually, we do have like sketching, watercolor, acrylic, and oil. But I think the most popular one for now is acrylic painting. And then for subjects wise, we do all types of subjects like from still life, natures, animals, humans, portraits, figures, to abstracts with texture arts as well. Yeah.
Okay, next is what type of courses did you offer in your art class?
Okay, so the courses, actually we have, we welcome every age, but we have starting age at 7 years old. The youngest that we take in is 7 years old and to 75 years old. As long you are interested in art and then you want to explore in different mediums, or even you want to relax your mind, or you want to like paint something that from your memories or imaginations, you are welcome to join us. Yeah. So actually we are quite flexible. We don't have like a fixed cost um like those with a syllabus, like you have to learn from basic lines to shades to whatever, but we are more happy to do like a customizing to each of the students. So that's why because we believe that everyone is different, and then whatever is on their mind or whatever they like is not is different. So we prefer to focus on individual than doing a fixed syllabus and everyone do the same thing.
Okay. Is there any age limit if someone is interested in joining your art class? And how many seats are available in a session, whether it is physical or online class?
Okay, so for the age limit, okay, so we start from 7 years old. The youngest so far, we have like 7, sometimes we have 6 years old, but it depends. So like 6, 7 years old onwards. And the oldest we have right now, I think it's around 75 years old. Okay, so for the limit of the seats, okay, so for the physical class, we are doing like a small group. We limit to 5 to 6 students per session, but we teach individually. Okay, so we don't teach in group. So everyone will paint differently, and everyone will paint their whatever they want to do. Okay, so we just guide them individually from there. And then as for online classes, we are doing like one-on-one live art class using Zoom or Google Meet. Okay, because why we do one-to-one? Because one-on-one is much more easier to focus, and because it's because you need to paint, and then if we do it in a big group, not every student can ask the questions or they can understand what is the teacher doing. So we prefer doing something which in a like one-to-one is more focused, and it is easier for teacher to teach and guide as well.
Yeah, that's true. What is your platform of choice when conducting online art classes?
Okay, so we are majority we are using Zoom, but sometimes we do Google Meet as well.
Okay. What is the average duration of your art class? And do students need to bring their own tools, or is it provided and included in the fees?
Okay, so materials wise, students don't have to bring their own materials because it's all provided during the class. And I think it's much more convenient for them to don't have to bring anything to the class, because you know, like canvas, paints, and brushes is quite heavy if you travel around bringing that stuff. Okay, so that's why we include everything in the package, in the fees, so you don't have to bring anything. So the session, how long is the session? So right now we do 2 hours and 4 hour session. So for 2 hour session is for those that they don't want to stay long. Yeah, so because painting actually it takes time. So sometimes some people prefer 4 hours because they want to do more painting, or they want to complete more of the paintings. That's why there's 2 different hours session.
Okay, last but not least, if someone is interested in joining your art class, and how do they book their seats?
All right, so how do they book their seat? Okay, so usually people book using, they will message me, the art therapy page in Facebook, Instagram, and then some they will WhatsApp. Okay, then you also can book using email. You just email to our official email address, hello@arttherapykl.com.
Okay, now and ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the final stage of our webinar. Therefore, we are opening the floor for the Q&A session from the audience to Zoe. Okay, Zoe, they have a question from Farah. How many branches of ARTtherapy and where are they located?
Okay, so right now we have 3 at the moment, and then we are located at Bangsa, and then another one at SS14 Subanjaya. Then the third one is at the hub SS2.
Okay. The next question is from Eva. What is your goal for your ARTtherapy as a whole in the future?
Okay, actually my goal is for art therapy is to introduce and promote art to more people, because I know that there's a lot of people out there who doesn't know how to appreciate arts and also the beauty of the world. So and also we like to build a sanctuary for those who need a place to release their stress creatively.
From Hanisi, could see from her artwork that she loves painting women, but usually the face part only. Is there a specific reason why?
Okay, honestly, that is what I like to paint. For my personal work, it is about emotions. So I like to paint emotions of different emotions of women, or and also I think because I come from a fashion design background, then that is my thing. That is my personal work and my approach for my painting style.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next is question from Farah. What can students expect to achieve at the end of every art classes?
Okay, so what they usually achieve, okay, some they manage to finish their artwork on the day itself, so they achieve something, so they can bring home happily to hang on their wall or display it at their home or their room. All right. So usually students they will achieve like a painting or their emotions. They will feel more happier and relief after the painting, because we have met some students that are like they are not at the, how to say, maybe they are a bit moody or down at the time, but then after the art class they will actually make them feel better.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, next question from Riri. Can people with a little or no prior knowledge of art join the class, or no? Or do they need to have basic knowledge of design first?
No need. Actually, a lot of our participants, they have like very little knowledge of the of art, or they got no knowledge at all, or they stop painting like since primary school or like a very young age. Yeah, so you don't have to know the basics.
Okay. Next is from Idham. He say hi to you. Okay. Can art can be used a therapy for mental disorder patient, and have you tried before?
Mental disorder. So because there's a lot of different type of mental disorder, correct? So okay, so some of honestly, we have some students who have like maybe bipolar and also depression, or they are having like autism, uh, or maybe uh, learning disorder. Okay, so it's like a dyslexia or something like that. They are okay. They can come to the class, and then after that they will feel much better after they finish their painting or finish the session of the day. Yeah, because mental disorder, there's a wide range. So of course, those very serious type we can't handle. So the mild type, we are still okay doing it.
Okay, there's question from Aina. Among your many works in the art therapy, is there a specific art project where people are the most intrigued and attracted to attend?
Okay, I would say uh, the art project. Okay, so um, actually we are quite flexible in terms of conducting our art classes, but I think the most art workshop that attract a lot of people to join, it will be my signature expressive watercolor portraits. Yeah, because that one, the expressive watercolor portraits is actually uh, because I did conduct many times of this workshop. And then from what I see is that every participants, they actually painting themselves from what I see from the artwork. Yeah, it's like happy or not happy, you can tell from the painting actually.
Okay, the question from Nadi Andra. Hi Zoe, if a person is not from art base, can they still come to your art therapy class?
Hi, yes, you still can come to the art therapy class as long as you are open to explore, and then you are willing to try, and you are willing to, to try out how to paint and how to draw.
Okay. Question from Nina Nazri. Hi Zoe, my question is, we as art students are forced to come up with new ideas and new artworks. Sometimes it can also lead to stress. What can we do to release those stress and tension and to really enjoy what we do?
Okay, so all right, this is a tough question. Okay, so if you're in art and design, correct, and then you want to use art as your outlet of your stress and all your mood swing, all that. Okay, first you need to find some, because art, there is a wide range of art and there's different type of subject, and also there's different types of media. Okay, so you have to find the only one subject and then the one medium that will make you feel better. So some people is like, they like to do watercolor. Like for me, I started with how I release my stress. I do a lot of portraits and watercolor, but I don't force myself to paint like realistic or to paint like because when you force yourself to paint like really like a realistic painting, like I want to make this perfect, then actually it will add on your stress. So I just paint freely, like whatever is on your mind, then you just let it go. You can try. For me, I think watercolor is a good tool to relieve stress, or you can try to do some like abstract work. Yeah, so it doesn't need a subject actually. But if you have a subject that can interest you in painting more to let go of your stress, all that, it will be good as well.
Okay, next question is question from Ririn Sani. What is your favorite art style and what is your favorite medium of choice?
Okay, my favorite art style. My favorite art style is actually in between abstract and realistic. So, but I don't really into like hyper realistic kind of painting, but I do enjoy like a mixture of both. Um, and the subject that interests me, of course, is portraits and figures. Okay, so then my medium, I usually use watercolor. I love watercolor, and then I do love oil paint as well. Yeah, this is the two main medium that I do. But sometimes I do like a mixed medium. Whenever I can think of something, then I will do a mixed medium.
Quite
pass over the moderating duties to Farah for a bit. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, Zoe, for the interruption.
Sorry.
No
Okay.
worries.
Okay. Hi, Zoe. My name is Farah Shazli. So I will be continue on my behalf moderator. Okay. For the next question is from Mazuri Arif. Okay. Since you have a fashion design background, do you offer fashion drawing as well?
Oh yes, we teach fashion illustration as well. Yeah.
So it will be like include with your art classes, right?
That one have to be special request because not everyone can teach fashion illustrations, because for those that are like from fine art or illustrations background, they might not get the idea of fashion illustration, because fashion illustration is more like a, how to say, it's not like a realistic figure. So whenever you see a fashion illustration or fashion sketch, the model will be like very tall and slim, correct? And maybe sometimes it don't really have like a detail on like the faces or whatever. Mostly it's like a posing. So for that, you have to really understand the, the fashion, how does the fashion illustration or how does the fashion sketch actually create a character towards the 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 baju that they are wearing actually.
Yeah, I agree with that because we need to know the texture and the structure also, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
correct.
Okay, for the next question from Ririn Sani. Okay, autistic individual tends to have short attention span. Okay, so have you faced any difficulties in handling them in art class before with the participant?
Okay, so I think the question is for autistic, is it? Autistic kids or autistic adults, right?
Sure.
So okay, we have different type of autistic individuals that join us, from children to adults. All right. So some actually they are really mild. That's fine as long they can communicate well, and then they can follow instructions, and then we still okay to handle them. But some are really serious because previously I think a few years back, I have one student which is quite serious because he can't speak. Then his mother have to come. The mother have to accompany him and come to the class every time, and then the mother have to translate whatever he wants, and then yeah, from there. But he loves to paint a lot. Yeah, that's why the mom is sending him to the art classes, and it he is happy every time he finish a painting.
Really? So
Yeah.
he improved a little bit from the autism with your art therapy?
I don't think autism can be
Yeah.
healed. Yeah, but as long it makes them feel better, I think is a good start.
Okay, sure. Yeah, at least it starting a little bit getting better time to time,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, for next question is how do you fulfill the needs of participant in art therapy?
How do I fulfill?
Yeah, I mean
Okay. All right. So means how do I handle everyone, is it?
yeah.
Okay. So of course, right now I have a team of artist instructor, and then basically we do okay, so that's why we don't have a really big size classes. So normally we just do like maybe maximum 5 to 6 person per session, and then normally we have at least 2 to 3 instructor around. So at least one instructor can handle two participants. So I think it's okay.
Okay. Thanks, Q, for the information. Okay. Next question is from Awatif Aziz. Do you have student with depression or anxiety that could that actually heal from depression after joining your class?
All right, like I say, depression and anxiety, I don't think it will like heal completely, but of course it will makes you feel better and better. Yeah, we have some students with maybe depression or anxiety or bipolar, but of course they still needs to see a psychologist if they are really serious about it. And then this art classes is like a activity to actually can relax their mind and also to express what is inside of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that because with art therapy we can like go far away from the feelings that the overthinking feelings, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question is from Zana. I tend to get easily frustrated when I fail to get the face right, and that leads me to have an art block. Do you have any advice for me to overcome the art block?
Okay, first of all, that is a process of drawing things that not so nice at first or not up to your standard. So you have to accept the fact that you have to accept the fact that the process is definitely like that. Okay, you won't be like suddenly will be like a really good artist, right? Artists, they takes years and years and years to improve themselves. So my advice is to keep practicing no matter what it turns out. Of course, for doing a portrait, you have to have uh, like a technique. Okay, so there's a guidance on how to do a proportionate portrait. But because art, there's a wide range of art. There is a hyper realistic, there's realistic, there's like a abstract, okay, and there's like a expressive kind of portraits. So it depends which category you want to focus on, and then you keep focusing that, and then you keep practicing, and then definitely you will see improvement.
True. Okay. Okay. For the next is, how do you tailor art therapy sessions with the participants? I think so. Is how do you handle to?
Okay, so normally what we do here, we do individual. We go individually, like we teach and guide individually. So if let's say there's 5 people in the room, so each of them will do different thing. They don't have to do the same thing. They do whatever that interests them. All right, then our instructor will actually guide them step by step from how, if they require sketching, they will actually guide them how to sketch, and then and then um, and then from layering, like first layer, second layer, third layer, until the complete work done.
Okay. For the next question is from Eva. Okay. How to encourage resistant or fearful participant that want to that wants to involve with your art classes?
Fearful.
Yeah, I mean like they don't have like confidence.
Okay. Anyhow, those that don't have confidence after the class, they will feel much better and have much confidence, because normally if you paint yourself, normally first stage, second stage, the painting, it won't turn out to be like nice, correct? Because it's just first and second layer. So we have to encourage them to do the first layer, and then second layer, and then third layer. Then after that, when there is about like maybe 50% or 60% complete work, then they actually understand, oh, it's actually the process. You have to accept the ugly process first, then slowly it will become what you want it to be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Thank you so much. Yeah, Zoe. Okay,
Problem.
unfortunately, we have reached the end of our webinar. Okay, thank you so much, Zoe Wu, for spending time with us and sharing your experience and knowledge. It was such a great pleasure to have you as our speaker for this sharing session. So we have prepared some token to you as a appreciation, and will be given by our friends Amirul Zuba and Farah Shazli. Okay. To students and viewers, thank you for participating in this webinar. We hope you have learned and gained new knowledge in this from this webinar. We hope that this webinar enlightens everyone regarding the art therapy. So please take note to all students, before you leave this webinar, we already prepared the attendance on Google Form and feedback through WhatsApp group. So thank you so much, Zoe, for your time, and thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, and Assalamualaikum.
Thank you for having me today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Zoe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.